Welcome to Online Learning with me, Mom Jen, and this is a video on our lecture series in general physics. In this video, we will be discussing vectors and we'll have an introduction to vector addition. So let's recall what is the difference between a scalar quantity and a vector quantity. So in physics, when we talk about scalar quantities or scalars, these refers to measurements that only have the magnitude. So you have the size or the amount only. While for vector quantities, you both have the magnitude and the direction. Okay? So examples of vector quantities would include your velocity, acceleration, so force. We've been discussing this in our previous videos about, or in our previous lecture about your laws of motion. Then you also have momentum. Okay. So how do we represent vectors? So we use now arrows. Okay. So we now have the parts of an arrow. We have the tail. So the tail tells us about the origin of the vector. And then you now have the entire length. So it refers to the magnitude. And lastly, we have the arrowhead, which is the last part of your vector, and it helps us in identifying the direction of your vector. Now, in vector addition, we would be using the term resultant vector or resultant, and this is the term used for the vector sum. So how do we determine the direction of the given vector? Okay, so you need to remember this. I believe you're already familiar with some of the directions, such as your north, south, east, and west. So when the object is going up, it's going to the north, going down, it's going to south, going to the east, it's going to the right, going to the west, going to the left. Okay. Now, for convenience, so the directions here are color coded. So let's say you started from the east and you are now going to the north or going up. So that would be the direction with north of east. So opposite niyan, if you started from the north and you went down or went to the right rather, you are on the direction east of north. Okay? So let's go sa other side, so sa west side. So kapag nag-start ka sa west side and you went up, that is north of west. But if your reference now is the north and you went to the left, so that is west of north. Okay? So if your reference is west, okay, and you went down or went to the south, that would be south of west. Now, kapag naman yung south direction, yung reference mo or starting point, and you went to the left, your direction is west of south. So last, if your direction or if your starting point is the south and you went to the east or you went to the left, the direction is east of south. If your starting point now is the east and you went to the south, that is south of east. Okay? So we have also fixed directions. So yung fixed directions natin would be the northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. So yung northeast natin would always have 45 degrees. Okay? So yung the rest, if you're still familiar with your protractor or your directions, so yung northwest would be 45 degrees plus 90. And so on. Tapos itong si southwest, it would be 180 plus 45 degrees. And then, so add lang siya ng add. Okay? So we can also use the following, or these are the statements or phrases as your clue for the directions. So for east of north, the angle is, or the direction is from north towards the east. North of east is from east towards north. South of east is from east towards south, etc. So just read it, be familiar with the directions, okay? Because it would be very essential in our vector addition. Now, when you look again, as I mentioned in the previous slide, we have fixed directions such as your northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. So if you're going to look at those, So they are 45 degrees from both directions. So yung north of east is 45 degrees from north and 45 degrees from east. Northwest, ganun din siya. 45 degrees from the north and 45 degrees from the south. Yung naman, southwest, 45 degrees from the west, 45 degrees from the south. And yung last, yung southeast is 45 degrees from the east and 45 degrees from the south. Okay? So now let's go to vector addition. So vector addition is important in physics. Okay, so it allows us to determine the effect of the vector quantities acting on a system. Let's say we want to add the force. So we want to get the effect of the net forces acting on the system. Now for vector addition, we have two ways. So generally, we have the graphical method and the analytical method. So for the graphical method, you have parallelogram method and the polygon method. So this method or technique requires your ruler and your protractor. Okay, and also you need to be familiar on how to use these measurement tools. Okay, now for the analytical method, so you would still be using your rulers and your protractors, but we would be also using your calculators. So you need to be familiar with the law of sine and cosine and the component method. So now let's try a graphical method. So yung una natin ay parallelogram method wherein we have two vectors. So in graphical method, since the vectors are being drawn in a coordinate system, so we need to have a scale. Kasi hindi naman kasya lahat ng mga measurements natin sa paper. So in this example, I would be using 1 Newton is equal to 1 centimeter. Okay? So ano yung first step? So first, you need to draw the two vectors, making sure that they have the starting point. So I have here vector 1 and vector 2. So meron siyang nag-start sila dito sa common starting point. So next, you draw another two vectors represented by this. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, kung ano yung magnitude nito ni vector 1, ganun din yung gagawin natin dito sa other side. Si vector 2, gagawin din natin siya dito sa other side. Ano ibig sabihin ng sa other side? So yung ginawa natin, so yung magnitude ni vector 1 and direction ni vector 1, parang ilalagay lang natin dito sa dulo ni vector 2. So si vector 2 naman, eto, so ilalagay naman natin siya sa dulo nitong si vector 1. Okay? So once you have that, you have a parallelogram and you're now going to draw now a diagonal. Okay? So yung red natin, yung diagonal, so that is now the resultant vector or the resultant. Okay? So gumawa tayo ng parallelogram. So this is also similar to the polygon method with two vectors. So this one, sa polygon method, it's the head to tail. Kanina, dun sa parallelogram method, ang ginamit natin ay we have a common starting point. But for the polygon method, we're going to draw the second vector doon sa dulo ng first vector. Okay? So you draw the first vector and then you draw the second vector starting from the arrowhead of the first vector. Yan. Then we draw another vector that starts from the starting point of the first vector to the last part of the second vector. Okay, so ayan. So that is the resultant vector. Again, graphical method to. So ang gagawin lang natin, we're going to measure using our ruler. So that's what I forgot to mention dito sa parallelogram. Doon sa parallelogram, i-measure nyo siya, isusukatin nyo lang siya using your ruler. And again, you convert that to your scale. Okay? So, ganun din kapag 3 or more vectors. So, head to tail siya. So, direction. So, una, si vector 1 from a starting point. Then, dun sa dulo nitong si vector 1, dito yung starting point ko for my second vector. Tapos, yung dulo nitong vector 2 na to would be the starting point for my vector 3. And then, I would now connect the first part or the origin of vector 1 to the last part of vector 3. Okay, so this is applicable for 3 or more vectors. Now, sa polygon method, kahit saan ka mag-umpisa, you would yield the same resultant vector. Okay, so in this example, Yung una natin ginawa, ito, yung green line, yun yung nauna nating plinot. Now, dito sa second example, I have vector 2 as the first one, then followed by vector 3, and then we now have your vector 1. Okay? So, pag kinonnect natin yan, so they would have the same. Okay? So, kita nyo naman dito sa example natin. Let's try solving one problem. So we now have the following forces. Force 1 is 5 newtons going to the east. Second force is 3 newtons going to the east. And the last one is 4 newtons going to the west. Okay, so we're going to plot this in our graph. So our scale now would be, for every 1 newton, I would be using 1 centimeters. So on your paper, so I want you to use your rulers now. And then let's draw now your different forces or your vectors. So my force 1 is 5 newtons to the east. So I have here, so ginamit kong scale would be the graph. So I have 5 blocks here. So that's going to the east or going to the right. Then, mula dun sa last part or from the arrow of the first vector, isusulat ko or I'm going to draw na force 2. So I now have 3 blocks here. So 3 newtons going to the east. And then, yung last part is going to the west. So I have 4 newtons going to the west. Okay? Now, the drawing ko ngayon from the last part or from the origin of your force 1 going to the arrowhead of force 3. So now I have the resultant. Okay? So we're going to measure that. So, dapat nasa 4 centimeters yung measurement nyo or 4 newtons. Okay? So it is also same to say if your directions are on the same axis, like ito, going to the east. Itong dalawa going to the east, and then the other one is going to the west. Pwede ko na itong pagsamahin. Okay? Kasi nga we're adding, since they are in the same direction, so this would be 8 newtons. Now, going to the east. Then, since the other one is going to the west, so it is going to the right. So, it has each opposite direction. So, ngayon, I would now have 8 newtons plus your 4 newtons. Now, this would be negative. Okay? So, ang total resultant vector natin would be 4 newtons now going to the east. Okay? Let's have another example. So, vector 1, I have 0.5 miles going to the east. Second one is 0.6 miles going to the north. And then the last one is 0.3 miles going to the east. Okay? So, ito, magkaiba ng axis. So, I now have, again, so I have my scale. So, kailangan i-establish muna natin yung scale na gagamitin. So, for every 1 mile, I would be using 1 centimeter. So, this is my vector 1. So, 0.5 miles going to the east. Then, the second one is 0.6 miles going to the north. Sorry. Ito, yan, mali yung animation. Now, it is important for you to avoid confusion. Pwede nyo isulat sa gilid ng mga vector yung conversion nyo. So, ito ay, si 0.5 miles ay naging si 5 centimeter, then this one is 6 centimeter, and then the last one will be 3 centimeters. Okay? So, again, you connect now, itong part na to, the origin of the vector 1, and then going to connect this to the arrowhead of the third vector. So you'll have this. Okay? So more or less, if you are going to measure this, you would have 10 centimeters. Okay? So 10 cm dapat ang measurement nyo. And the sum or the resultant vector would be 1 mile. We have now measured the magnitude of the resultant, again, which is equal to 1 mile. Now, how do we get the direction? So, using your protractor, so our reference now would be the x-axis. So, that is the east. Okay? So, since nag-measure tayo going to the north, our direction now would be 38 degrees north of east. Okay, so since ang reference natin again is the x-axis or the east direction and we went to the north, hence the direction is north of east. Or pwede rin naman na 90 degrees minus 38 degrees. So you would have this angle. So that would be 52 degrees. So this one is 52 degrees east. 52 degrees, east of north. Okay. Let's have another example of vector addition using the head-to-tail method. Okay, so our problem. So Zoe and Mir are traveling using Rumi's brand new car. Because of excitement of using Rumi's new car, they traveled 5 kilometers east, then turned 7.5 kilometers to the north, and 4 kilometers 40 degrees south of east, and decided to stop to finally take a break from traveling. So we're looking for the resultant vector. So first, let's identify all the vectors mentioned in the problem. So first vector, we have 5 kilometers going to the east. So this is the displacement. Second, we have 7.5 kilometers going to the north. And then last one is 4 kilometers going to 40 degrees south of east. Now we're going to use a scale of 1. For every 1 kilometer, you're going to use your 1 centimeter. So please plot our vectors with me. So I hope you have your calculators, your rulers ready with you. So let's draw the vector 1. So this is 5 kilometers going to the east. That's represented by the blue arrowhead or the blue arrow. Next, 7.5 kilometers going north. So pataas. Yan. So it's represented by the orange one. And then, so for this part, since we have now an angle, okay, so magpo-plot tayo ng small coordinate plane siya. Okay, so pwedeng pencil or just any lighter material to draw the imaginary plane here. Okay, so gumawa kayo ng ganyan. Then you measure na 40 degrees south of east. So ang reference mo ay east and then you're going to the south. Okay? So your 40 degrees would be somewhere here and then you draw now your 4 kilometers. Okay? So ayan yung 4 kilometers south of east. Now, we connect now the origin of vector 1 to the tail of your, to the head of your, dito sa may vector 3. So that would be our resultant vector. Okay, so you do your measurement. So your resultant vector should be around 9.6 centimeters. And using your protractor, you should be able to measure around 30 degrees. Okay, so that would be 30 degrees north of east kasi ang reference natin sa 30 degrees ay yung east or the x-axis or pwede rin natin sabihin na it's 60 degrees east of north. Let's now have a more challenging problem. Okay, so in this figure, I have four vectors. Okay, so resultant force yung hinahanap natin. So this is, we have here 20 newtons. Okay, so going to the east. Another one would be this vector, which is 40 newtons, 70 degrees. Then, ito naman din, 30 newtons, 30 degrees, and then this one. So we have 4. So how are we going to identify the resultant force? So first, we label the vectors. So in this scenario, you could assign any kung sino yung mauunang vector mo, vector 1, vector 2. But for this video, for our example, so I would be using 20 newtons going to the east as my vector 1. Yung vector 2 ko na gagamitin is 40 newtons, 70 degrees north of east. Then vector 3 would be 30 newtons, 30 degrees north of west. And the last one would be 50 newtons, 50 degrees south of west. So again, as mentioned in the polygon method or the head-to-tail method, kahit anong sequence ng pag-plot natin ng vectors would yield to the same resultant. Okay? So let's use the scale. 10 newtons is equal to 1 centimeter. So i-plot na natin lahat ng mga vectors natin. So vector 1, so ito lang siya. So that purple line or arrow. Then, so gagawa lang tayo ng small coordinates din again dyan. And then, you're going to connect now. So yung 40 newtons mo, so you're going to measure now your 70 degrees. So, ayan yung 70 degrees north of east. Okay? Kasi nga, again, reference natin would be the x-axis. Okay? Now, yung third vector, so that is 30 newtons, 30 degrees north of west. Okay? So, para hindi kayo malito, you make your coordinates again there. Ayan. So, yung 30 degrees north of west. So, pag west, so nasa ano siya? Nasa left side. Okay, so sa north. So, ito yan. So, this is your 30 degrees north of west. Okay, so reference mo ay west, tapos going to the north. And yung last one, so ganun ulit gawin natin. So, gagawa kayo ng coordinates dyan that would serve as your guide. Pero kung kaya nyo na walang imaginary lines there, pwede na rin kahit hindi niya siya i-graph. But for convenience and para mas accurate yung magawa natin na vector addition, you have to make your small coordinates like that. Okay? So 50 degrees south of west. So reference mo would be west and then you're going south. Okay? So ito yung 50 degrees south of west. Then you draw your vector. Then finally, so we now have plotted all the vectors. So pwede ko na kunin yung resultant. So itong represented by the red one. So you measure that. So you would arrive or your answer should be 30 newtons. Or dapat sa inyong ruler, ang na-measure niyo sana ay around 3 centimeters. And then, measuring this, you should have an angle of 50 degrees na kung ang reference mo is the x-axis, so that would be 53 degrees north of west. Or kung sa y-axis ka naman nag-measure, so it would be 30 newtons, 37 degrees west of north. Okay, so I hope clear yung mga different examples natin ng vector addition using the graphical method.
Do you have any questions? Feel free to place them in our comment box. That's all for this video.